I think we're live. Are we live, everybody? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful October 24th, 2023. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I'm certainly having a great day myself. And today we are doing an updated 2024 Republican presidential primary map. And I know. Well, why are you doing this GOP primary map? It's tradition. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I kind of forgot about it because it's kind of a blowout of a primary, but I still got to do it. But the main focus of today's stream is probably going to be on the speakership stuff because, gentlemen, we got breaking news. Of course. You can't have a Real American stream without breaking news. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull this up. Sorry, I gotta find this. Yeah, so, right before I started the stream, Kevin Hearn of the great state of Oklahoma just dropped out. Yep. Kevin Hearn has dropped out of the speakership election before it even started, or at least the second round. Oh, where is it? Looking for the... Yeah, here it is. Here it is, chat. Gentlemen, rip F's in chat for Kevin Hearn. This is a sad day. Very sad. Just in, Kevin Hearn of Oklahoma is dropping out and is endorsing Johnson for the speakership. So, F's in chat for the Kevin Hearn people. This was, kind of sad. I'm a fan of Kevin Hearn. I think he is a great guy. I think he was a very solid Republican. Sadly, he's not going to be the Speaker of the House, but he did support Mike Johnson, and based on everything we're hearing, Mike Johnson may be the consensus candidate for the speakership. No, Hearn was not a rhino. Hearn was pretty good on the issues, and Mike Johnson, who is a House Freedom Caucus member, he got a key endorsement from him. I'm looking at who we have left, which... We currently got, let's see here, Mike Johnson, Byron Donalds, Williams of Texas, and then Mark Green and Fishman. They both entered. I gotta say, I'm happy with any of them. I mean, all of them have ACU and Numbers USA scores above 80%. I think they are good enough. But I'm personally backing Mike Johnson right now. I think Mike Johnson could absolutely win. I think he will. It appears that Mike Johnson is picking up enough momentum to possibly be the Speaker of the House. Oh, by the way, rip Bozo for Tom Emmer. That was absolutely hilarious. That lasted 5 minutes. His speakership bid lasted for 5 minutes. If they would have went to a House floor vote, he would have got like 30 votes less than Jim Jordan. So much for Don Bacon's strategy, guys. This is absolutely hilarious that Tom Emmer dropped out and he got less support than Jim Jordan. Oh, man. That was savage what Trump did, like, at the last second. No, I'm vote against Emmer. He's a rhino. Yeah, Trump bodied him. That was absolutely freaking hilarious. Now... Before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And like usual, if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to support the channel, Best way to do that via the super chat, through the, well, chat. Again, I'll try to read through the chat, but usually I just go through the super chats. But if you do got a question in chat, I'll try to get to it. But knowing tonight, it's going to be a very busy night. This is going to be a fun stream, I can already tell. Alright, everybody. So I think it's time we do an updated GOP primary map. You know, I didn't want to make one of these because we kind of already know how that's going to go, but theoretically, we still got to make this map. Woohoo! Yay! Why do we have to keep doing these maps for the primary? At this point in time, it's a matter of, will DeSantis even take third? I mean, that's what we're up to at this point, and yeah. Essentially, it's just, yeah, how much does Trump win by, and who takes second? Let's see here. Start the winner take all states. No, we're going to start with Iowa because, well, why not? Again, the state of Iowa, there is no threshold, so you just need 1% of the vote. And if I forget, F's in the chat for Perry Johnson. He dropped out, sadly. It's a very sad day, but Perry Johnson did drop out, so did Will Turd and Francis Suarez. So, let's start with the Orange Man. I think he gets the majority of the delegates. I don't think that's much of a surprise. He's going to get like 25, 24 delegates, but could potentially be more. DeSantis, you know what? Some of these people pissed me off on Twitter today. You know what? I think that DeSantis would take third in Iowa. Yeah, something like this. I have this feeling that he's going to take third in Iowa. Tim Scott gets 1. I guess Ramaswamy gets 2. Pence's campaign is just sad, but he should get 2. Larry Elder gets nothing. I don't know why he's still in the race. I think Burgum actually gets 2. I think he's putting a lot of money into the state, and I think he is, well, actually 1. He gets 1, but, and the last one goes to, yeah, sure, Trump. Yeah, I think at this point in time, Nikki Haley's going to take second in Iowa. Yeah, that's what, you know what, those people, they won't shut up on Twitter. Go right ahead. Your candidate's in third. Congratulations. What's your excuse now? Oh, we gotta get behind DeSantis because Nikki Haley's taking the votes. I'm just saying, hey, DeSantis taking third in Iowa. That's where we're at this point. It could change, but that data polling-wise is not good. What is it like? He's like at 8% in Iowa or something? You're not going to win anything. You're not even going to take second. So what was the point? What if Nixon won in 1960? No Lyndon B. Johnson, so a W. Doug Burgum is a very moderate, bipartisan gentleman who will support American factory workers with bipartisan free trade agreements and union crushing. Alright, Trump will lose New York by 50, Haley will win it by 10. Real. Alright, so I think Trump gets 25 delegates. I think at this point in time he's going to, I mean, even if you combine the support of everybody, Trump would still handedly win the state of Iowa. Show Ron polling. No. Ron polling is fake. Fake news. We shouldn't have gone full never Trump. Yeah. Let's see. Rap, do you see a bunch of reps opposed to Emmer because he sports gay marriage? Lamau, he got owned. Yeah, that's, that wasn't too smart. When a large chunk of your base is from the South. That's not a good idea. So, I think Trump could hit 30 delegates. I think he will get 65, 70%. It's possible, but I do think, Iowa is definitely Trump's weakest early state of the first 4. That's not really saying much. That's more to do with the fact that, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, and DeSantis, and Tim Scott, I guess, they do have some appeal to the state compared to, other early primary states, but, yeah. What if everyone was a neocon would support Trump as a neocon? What? So Trump is somehow forced to drop out, Nikki Haley is a frontrunner. I think so. Well, I don't know. I think right now, that's a tough one. Pennsylvania's Biden country, real. Alright, so I think Iowa would be a Trump landslide. I mean, it's, you're gonna get crushed in Iowa, which should be your strongest state by far. Who would have thought that, running on opposing gay marriage in the year 2023 is not gonna help you with anybody? I mean, what the hell was that? That flyer that said, oh, Trump is the, he's pro-transgender and all that stuff. It's like, bro. And like pro-gay marriage. It's like, what year is this? And then you got the abortion stuff, which is like, Trump's the reason abortion's banned. Or I should say banned in several states. How are you gonna blame Trump on that one? That's his own Trump card, funny enough. Because, hey, he's the one that overturned Roe versus Wade. But I think overall Iowa will start as a very, very Trump state. Does anybody dispute that? I don't think so. Alright, New Hampshire. Funny enough, Trump's getting all the delegates. Why? The threshold's 10%. No one is going to crack 10% right now, except Trump. Therefore, he gets all the delegates. Congratulations, you played yourself. Oh, man. I don't get, like, what was the point? What was the point of this candidacy when you're getting crushed in New Hampshire, Iowa, South Carolina, Nevada, etc.? Lexus will happen in 2024 because MAGA Republicans support the far-right McConnell GQP will be outnumbered because Ted Cruz is real. It's telling that Christie's in second New Hampshire, yeah. Christie is going to take second, but I don't think it qualifies for delegates. I mean, ask Hutchinson, he's banking on getting 2% in New Hampshire. What does that tell you? You need 10% delegates, people. Each day I like Trump less and less, but everyone else is worse. I disagree. The state of South Carolina. I don't know what to say. He's the only one that's going to get delegates because it's winner take all. Christie already said he plans to drop out if he doesn't win New Hampshire. So at this point, it'd be like Trump, DeSantis, Haley, I guess. It'll be a three-way race at this point. So it's a battle for second place, everybody. I mean, polling has like Trump at like 65-70% nationwide. Krusty will be in second of the line for Pizza Ranch. Real. I mean, this is just sad. I'm not even excited to make the primary prediction because look at this. And at this point in time, you got Nevada, which it's like, okay. Trump gets the vast majority. I would say DeSantis probably does have an edge here, but it'd be something like this. Yeah, that's a great start, everybody. This is a great start. I mean, you're down 110 delegates after the first 4 states. What's your magic pixie dust? We are just here. We are not even at Super Tuesday, and we can already tell Trump may get like 2,300 delegates. I'm not even kidding. Rap, will you stream the Alabama runoff primary? It's a tiny district, but I don't know. Yeah, stream the Alabama primary. When is it? But, I mean, guys, we're not even in Michigan. And hold on, is Michigan winner take all? I believe it is. Let me check here. Because that's critical. If it's winner take most or the whatever it is, we could check actually. Yeah, Michigan. Michigan is Winner take most. That means if Trump gets like 50% or whatever, he gets all the delegates. I mean, just look at this. I don't have to explain myself anymore. We're at the point of just, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. We got this prediction done in like 10 minutes. Why do people still think this is a possibility? Why? There is no mathematical pathway for DeSantis, Haley, Ramaswamy, Mike Pence. There is none. There is zero pathway for these bozos. It's true. You cannot be down this much before Super Tuesday and magically come back from it. Because each of these states represent a part of the country. South Carolina, the South. Nevada, out west in the out west. Iowa and Michigan, Rust Belts in the Great Plains. New Hampshire, the Northeast. I mean, look at this map and tell yourselves, yeah, there's a serious possibility that Ron DeSantis will be the next president of the United States. Utah's the only state he can win, absolutely. But even then, I think he's going to lose it. He may, take third. We're at the point that DeSantis may not even get 10 delegates. He only got 10 delegates we're expecting right now. 10! I'm getting real sick and tired of these people that still cope to themselves that secretly, Donald Trump is down by 70 points, according to Ron Poley. Godsmack AR-69, nice for 2. I love Emperor Orange's epic troll of Turd Emmer. Yeah. For those that don't know, let me pull this up. Because can we be done with the presidential prediction? Till next month? Because it's a battle for second. No, it's a battle for third. Maybe fourth at this point. Just wait till the convention. Yeah, we're at that point. That's not even a joke anymore. Yeah, let me pull up Trump's statement on Emmer. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do. All right, Tom Emmer, Trump. That's like the best thing Trump could have done. All right, right here. Okay. Gentlemen, right when Tom Emmer got the speaker designee, Trump put out this banger of a statement. I have many... I'm going to read it in Trump's voice. I have many wonderful friends wanting to be the Speaker of the House, and some are truly great warriors. Rhino Tom Emmer, who I do know very well, everybody, is not one of them. He never respected the power of the Trump endorsement. The Trump endorsement, everybody. It's great. It's great endorsement. Or the breadth of and scope of MAGA. Make America great again. Make America great again, everybody. He fought me all the way. All the way, everybody. I can't keep doing the voice. It's just stupid. But, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is absolutely hilarious that he put this out right after Emmer won. He fought me all the way and actually spent more time defending Ilhan Omar. Very sad, very sad. Then he did me. He is totally out of touch with the Republican voters. I believe he has now learned his lesson. Because he is saying that he is a pro-Trump all the way. Pro-Trump. Tom Emmer got cooked here. It's unbelievable. Guys, when did Schizo Rap join the stream? I don't know. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to do his voice, but my voice is, like, messed up right now. But let me just read in my usual voice. Because I try to, like, I do the Trump impersonation a little bit, but can't do it today. Don't know why. I believe he's now learned his lesson, because he's saying that he is pro-Trump all the way. But who can ever be sure? Has he only changed because that's what it takes to win? The Republican Party cannot take the chance, because that's not where the America First voters are. Voting for a globalist rhino like Tom Emmer would be a tragic mistake. So, again, I tried to do it in Trump's voice. I failed. Failed miserably. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying, like, I usually did a pretty good voice, but, like, I don't know. Today, it's not it. Nobody builds wells like me, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So, I think that, this was an epic troll. Because it was like 5 minutes after Emmer won. It's like he put out this banner of his statement. So it's like, was that what he did the entire time? He just wanted to embarrass Emmer? It is absolutely freaking hilarious that Trump did this. And also it's a big F you to certain people because, oh, you want to screw over Jim Jordan? We'll just let Trump do it. I don't know what to say, everybody. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Very sad. Very sad. Thought that Trump planned to pull out of NATO. I agree with it. If they're not paying their fair share, why should we back them? Like, seriously, why? If they're not paying the 2% rate or whatever it is, there's no reason to support them. But yeah, Tom Emmer will not be Speaker of the House. So, imagine Emmer dropped out because of this tweet. He did! He did absolutely drop out because of that tweet. Oh, man. I love Trump. That's just... It's absolutely glorious. Byron Donalds, Mike Johnson, Mark Green, Chuck Fleischman, and Roger Williams is running for Speaker. Hearn was endorsed or is running, but he dropped out. Yeah. So it's between 5 people. It's a battle for who wants to be the Speaker. Honestly, who's the favorite? I think it's Mike Johnson. I think Mike Johnson is the favorite right now. For the simple reason that it seems like everybody likes him. And there was talks even beforehand that Mike Johnson was going to be the next Speaker. So I think that right now, it's probably Tom Emmer. Tom Emmer is probably going to be the next Speaker of the House, and they will have a vote on it, at least in the private conference, in like 30 minutes or so. I believe. It'll be Mike Johnson. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling that we're going to see Mike Johnson. Jeffrey's the favorite if you go by most votes. Well, that doesn't really count. Trump was waiting 11 months to body bag Emmer, and once he got his chance, he took it. That was excellent, yeah. Tom Emmer, he dropped out after Trump bodied him with that statement. That may be the Trump moment of the year. The last second. Yeah, don't vote for that guy. That guy is not good, not good. Vote Jeffries for the memes. No. I oppose all politicians support gay marriage except Trump. Well, I think it depends on the circumstance. You know? Like, if you're in like a Biden plus 10 seat, like, yeah, it's a little bit different, but... Alright. Vote Jeffries and vote to remove him right away. That'd be funny. But that's never gonna happen. Because you know damn well the sec we vote for him, Don Bacon flips. Or something crazy. So I'm gonna pull up the speakership stuff, because we gotta go over who's remaining. Because it is a very, very fluent situation right now. Hey, Rap, look up the Illinois 1964 House elections. Okay. I will eventually. Alright. So let's see this article from New York Times, because this, I think, best describes what happened. And a big F you to Don Bacon. I mean... Don Bacon, gentlemen, Don Bacon deserved this was just payback for what he pulled with Jim Jordan. We gotta work with Democrats on a consensus speaker. Okay, well, the candidate that you support, well, we just did this. Congressman Tom Emmer of Minnesota, the number 3 House Republican, dropped his bid for Speaker on Tuesday, hours after securing his divided party's nomination. Following a swift backlash from the right, including President Donald Trump, left his candidacy in shambles. Well, I mean, that's his fault. That's his freaking fault for blowing that one. I mean, do these idiots really think that, somebody like Paul Gosar or Matt Rosendale was just going to get behind Emmer? Because I thought originally that the House Freedom Caucus, they made a deal with Emmer. Apparently that never happened. Apparently they're just like, vote for me because I'm a Republican. That's probably what happened. Emmer's abrupt exit signaled the Republicans were as far as ever from breaking a deadlock that has left Congress leaderless and paralyzed for 3 weeks. It made Mr. Emmer the third Republican this month to be chosen to lead the party, only to have his bid collapse in a seemingly endless cycle of GOP grievances, personality conflicts, and ideology rifts. Well, at least Jordan made it to the floor, and he was able to get, 200 plus votes. Scalise wouldn't. Neither was Emmer. He's already down like 50 by the time he dropped out. So Emmer's not even, a consideration right now. He's done. Republicans have now succeeded in repudiating all three of their top leaders over the past 3 weeks. Has this ever happened? I'm just trying to think of a time in American history where essentially all three of the main people, the majority leader, the speaker, and the main whip, they all got thrown out. When was the last time that happened? If ever. Like, I know there's never been a motion to vacate like what we saw, but it's like, I'll talk about a situation similar to this. I'm trying to think. Ever? I mean, you never see that type of crap happen. This has never happened. That's what I thought. I mean, 3 leaders go down in flames like this? The chamber has been frozen for the better part of a month as Republicans feud over who should be in charge, even as wars rage overseas and government shutdowns approach. But by late Tuesday afternoon, they were back to the drawing board. I mean, what the hell were they thinking? That this was just going to magically end because they nominated Emmer? Is that what Don Bacon thought, that they were going to secretly nominate Tom Emmer and he's going to get the support because he's a conservative? Well, that didn't work. And remember, Matt Gaetz, he actually supported Tom Emmer. So, don't know what to say about that one. Republicans huddled behind closed doors for the second evening in a row to hear from 5 potential nominees and choose a candidate. They were prepared to go to the floor for a vote of the full House as soon as Wednesday, if anyone could muster a majority, but it remained unclear if that was possible amid the current strife. I think Mike Johnson could. I absolutely believe Mike Johnson could get the votes. At this point in time, what's your excuse against voting against Mike Johnson? What? Name one. Name excuse for voting against Mark Green. Name excuse for voting against Byron Donalds. Roger Williams from Texas. All of them are very similar on the issues. All have 80 plus ratings on ACU and Numbers USA. So it's like, I don't know. Mahmoud. I mean, Tom Emmer was never going to get the speakership if that was that divided that early. I mean, it just... Mike Johnson is an AI-generated name. No, it isn't. It's actually a congressman from Louisiana. It's a pretty sad commentary in governance right now, said Representative Steve Womack at Arkansas, adding, the American public cannot be looking at this and having any reasonable confidence that this conference can be governed. And I'm heartbroken. You son of a bitch! This bozo voted against Jim Jordan for no reason. And now he's heartbroken, but, oh, boo-hoo, Tom Emmer can't get the speakership. I mean... Vote for Kevin Hern. Well, I should say Kevin Hern. He dropped out. But Mike Johnson, be done with this crap. He's the only one that can absolutely get the conference together. Your voters have been demanding for weeks. Jim Jordan, you told them to go F themselves. Ben Sinnix for 2. Coefficient poll has Cameron down 2 in Kentucky on Wiki. Really? again, Kevin Hearn did drop out, but he did endorse Mike Johnson. But I mean, this bozo is like a R plus 30 seat or whatever it is. So it's like, what the hell are you talking about party unity and governance? You voted against Jim Jordan to spite Matt Gaetz. Boo-hoo, Bacon. Let me play you the world's saddest song and the world's smallest violin. Yeah. That's Bacon. That's Bacon and Womack right now. And Derek Van Orden, who's still going on about it. Tuesday's breakdown was the latest evidence of the seemingly unending Republican dysfunction. Mr. Emmer began the day with a scant victory, winning an internal party nominating contest by a vote of 117 to 97 over a right-wing rival, Representative Mike Johnson, Louisiana. But the march reflected the House Republicans were still deeply at odds. Then immediately after Emmer's nomination, about 24 right-wing Republicans indicated that they would not vote for him on the House floor, denying the majority he would need to succeed in the vote of the full House. As he met with a holdout to try to win them over, the former president issued a scathing statement on social media expressing vehement opposition to Emmer, calling him a globalist rhino, short for Republican name only, whose elevation would be a tragic mistake. This was the moment of the day. This may be Trump's moment of the year. I mean, when is the last time Trump did something like this? I can only think of A, when the mugshot came out and he posted on Twitter, or B, he posted that shitty JPEG of the American flag when Soleimani got killed. I mean, that was definitely one of Trump's best moments. I mean, what he did to Emmer. We'll never go to the party of old. Yeah. Bacon's about to get destroyed. He left a bad taste in people's mouths for too long. Yeah. Just let him lose. Let him. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we got breaking news, everybody. Hold up. We got some more news. God damn it. Let's see how real this is. Something about Patrick McHenry. Is this real? Trump for speaker. But apparently we got some news on the McHenry front. No way. I don't believe you. I'm not seeing anything. McHenry. Patrick McHenry. I'm not seeing anything. Every time. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about that. So for those that were asking, somebody in chat said that they were going to nominate Patrick McHenry. But it seemed like fake news. Thank goodness, I thought they were going to try the same thing again. But I thought he didn't want it. I thought that McHenry was like, no. Tom members of Liz trust the USA. Yeah, I would agree. I'm not seeing anything about McHenry. Yeah, it's fake news. Good. Deadline to declare candidacy was like an hour ago. That's what I thought. Okay, good. I thought we were going to have, like, the same shit they tried last week. Alright. Back to the article from New York Times. I have many wonderful friends wanting to be Speaker of the House, and some are truly great warriors, Mr. Trump wrote on Truth Social. Rhino Tom Emmer, who I do not know well, is not one of them. He never respected the power of a Trump endorsement or the breadth and scope of MAGA. Make America great again. I mean, this entire thing is absolutely hilarious. It literally was like 5 minutes after Emmer won, Trump put out this statement. He knew this entire time, and he waited to the very last second. A majority of those opposed to Mr. Emmer are members of the ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus and loyal to Mr. Trump. Any candidate for speaker can lose only a handful of votes and still win the speakership because Republicans hold such a small majority. Only hours later, Mr. Emmer told Republicans in a closed-door meeting that he was dropping his bid. According to a person familiar with this decision with divulged the private discussion on the condition of blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a Rip Bozo moment, who I do not know well. You know that it's Trump at his peak when he says something like that. I don't know him well. Don't know him. Don't know. Admittedly, McCarthy's never come back as Speaker. He's expressed interest in pretty much every nomination and ever runs, yeah. He's never going to be Speaker again. By Tuesday evening, 5 more Republicans, none with a national profile, have put their names forward as potential nominees. Johnson, Donalds, Green, Fishman, and Roger Williams. You know, at this point in time, I'm fine with any of them. You know, all of them have their qualities. I think they are all very solid. I mean, none of them have a bad voting record. All of them are far improved from, say, Kevin McCarthy, who is far better than Paul Ryan and John Boehner. But I would say that we had this is a big switch. I mean, 5 years ago, you would have never even thought of Mike Johnson or Mark Green type. You would have thought, like, you know, freaking Tom Emmer. He would have been the Speaker by now. Or Kay Granger, something crazy. Now it's like Jim Jordan almost got the speakership, despite having one of the most conservative voting records in the House. So it's like, wait a minute here. This is a positive sign. We're finally starting to get, like, real people with backbones, or somewhat, in the speakership, or possibly it. And again, I don't know who's against any of these people. Who? Don Bacon probably going to vote against them because we respectability. Mike Johnson will be a solid speaker. I think he would be. Great voting record, and he is very solid. Hold on. We got breaking news, everybody. No way. No way. Right. Gentlemen, from Benny Johnson, breaking. Kevin McCarthy floats a partnership with Jim Jordan as assistant speaker. Come on! No! Is this real? You know, I thought we hit it all. Bruh. Every time. Alright. And let's see. Bruh. Amid the impasse, McCarthy's floating a plan that would reinstall himself as Speaker and make Jordan, a conservative ally, the assistant Speaker. How the hell would that work? Democracy. What the hell does that even mean? I mean, hold on. What would that mean if it's assistant speaker? Go away. How does this always happen? Right when I stream breaking news, they're going to try to reinstall Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. I'm bamboozled. How? I don't know. Let's see here. Two GOP lawmakers described McCarthy as having melted down at conference meetings today because they said he is losing his ability to handpick a new speaker. He had 2 outbursts behind closed doors today, the sources say. They're about his objections to quickly moving to nominate vote for Mike Johnson. This isn't how you elect a speaker. Rip Bozo. I mean, unfreaking believable. This guy has just... He was taking it, you know... I mean... I don't know what to say. He had an outburst twice because he can't pick his freaking speaker. GOP try not to implode challenge. Impossible. It is impossible. I mean, this is painful that this is even happening. We are never going to get a speaker, are we? McCarthy molding, yeah. Lol. This isn't how you elect a speaker. You can't elect him without my consent. Yeah, I mean, what does that tell you?
Oh, we gotta vote for him. We can't vote for him because I don't support him.
This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. What a loser, yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable that we're in this situation where Kevin McCarthy's losing it because he can't pick the speaker. That's not your freaking job. Like, yeah, you're a single vote. You should be the one that decides. You're gonna be the main candidate or whatever. Mike Pence, jeez. If McCarthy doesn't like Johnson, then that's a good endorsement, yeah. Six party, add libertarians. No, libertarians need to go away. But I just don't get how people can think, oh yes, this is totally serious. Now we're gonna start a protest because Kevin McCarthy can't pick the speaker. If we nominate Trump, will Bacon and Emmer choose Jeffries? Oh, they probably will. They probably will. Hopefully this pushes McCarthy and Emmer retire next year, though I doubt it. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, just retire, please. FYI, Republicans are meeting again at 8 p.m. Yes, Republicans are meeting in 15 minutes. So, fun. Speaker Jordan in 2025, hopefully. But yeah, okay. So we're going to stay for a while, everybody. Again, if you do got any super chats, any questions, send them. We're going to be here till they start voting again. It's not going to be shown on video. It's a private door bullshit meeting of secretly, behind closed doors, we're going to vote for the speaker. That shit should be public, but it's not. Not going to be public. Bacon will be fried next year by 7 degrees. Yeah. Thoughts of Snow White and the Evil Queen. That looks horrible. Absolutely terrible, that movie. They've lost all their influence. They're lame ducks now. Yeah. That's what they're mad about. That they don't got their powers anymore. They're kind of just there. Rap, I still think Zeldin has a path for the speakership. Clearly no rep is going to get it. Possibly. Are they voting tonight? Yes. They're going to have a private, secret, closed-door meeting for the speakership. But we just got to see. Why is the RNC not giving money to the Virginia GOP? Because they suck. They are absolutely pathetic that, no, we don't want to spend money. No. But they would rather spend money on a presidential primary where everybody's going to lose to Trump by 50. No House floor vote. Yes, so there won't be a House floor vote, but there will probably be a House. There'll probably be a conference vote tonight, or there will be. We just gotta see though. Definitely a big question mark about what happens. Just gotta see. Just gotta see. Do a little bit of seeing. All right. At least the Daily Wire is trying to make movies that are alternatives. Well, that movie looks awful. All of them. All of them look bad. Alright, so, should we talk about the endorsement map? Well, let's see who has the endorsement so far. I'm very curious. Oh my freaking... Right as I say it, you can probably guess what happened. There's an endorsement for Kevin McCarthy. John Girardi of California will vote for Kevin McCarthy the first ballot. Are you freaking kidding me right now? He's not going to be the speaker. Give it up. My God. You're never going to be the Speaker of the House again, McCarthy. Just unbelievable. We're going to vote for Kevin McCarthy. It never ends. The ride never ends. I don't think Johnson can be the Speaker. God damn it. Why? Yeah, he literally voted for Jordan. This is a clown world. I don't get, I'm going to vote against any of these candidates. I'm only going to support Kevin McCarthy. Listen, I hope David Gillio runs against this asshole in primaries, though. I support him, because screw Girardi. He sucks. And look at this. I mean, you have 5 options that, mind you, they're not as conservative outside of Donalds or Johnson. They're not as conservative as Jim Jordan. So they decide to support Green, or not Green, not Williams, or Fishman. No. Gotta support Kevin McCarthy. The guy in South Florida switched to Donalds. Yeah, so that's Jimenez. Alright, so we're gonna discuss, like, how I think the vote's gonna go. Because I think Johnson's gonna get it. I think Johnson has the best opportunity to get the speakership. Because Williams, I don't think, is known enough. Green, he's well-liked, but I don't think a lot of people are going to back him. Donalds, he's from Florida. That gives him an advantage, but the main problem for him is he's too inexperienced, I think. You know, I think it really is between Johnson and everybody else. There are a lot better Republicans than Dade, yeah. But it's a matter of how much can Johnson get in the first vote. If he gets like 130, it's over. So I think Johnson will probably get it this week, but it doesn't matter how much of the vote does he get. I swear, frickin' the Kevin McCarthy people do the same shit again. I'm gonna... Nobody's gonna be happy. If they vote for Kevin McCarthy again, everybody loses in that scenario. No one wins. So Johnson, I think, is the front runner, but I don't know who's going to take second. Probably Mark Green. But here's how McCarthy can still win. Yeah, we're at that point now. Oh, and Yankee Perspective gave out a very good statement, I should say, or very good perspective on this stuff. It's quite obvious that the problem in the Republican conference isn't Matt Gaetz, who has supported every nominee for Speaker after ousting McCarthy, but that there is a McCarthy death cult, where moderates like Girardi, Bacon, and Lawler love Kevin more than their own children. He's not wrong. I mean, why are the Kevin McCarthy people backing him? Why? He supposedly doesn't want it. And he doesn't have the support. You have 5 other people that can legitimately get it. And now you want to go back to McCarthy? And Don Bacon. No. Don't tell me Don Bacon's doing the same thing. Is Don Bacon gonna frickin'... Let's see here. Is Don Bacon gonna back Kevin McCarthy? I swear. I'm not seeing anything. But there is a possibility that Kevin McCarthy gets a vote from Don Bacon. Don Bacon. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be surprised if Derek Van Orden does the same thing. I gotta find a source on this because that's just the death cold, everybody. Because you don't understand how Don Bacon loves rap. What do you think will happen if the Rhinos go full? If we can't have it, no one can, and vote Jeffries. The GOP would die immediately. The party would be dead. DOA. Bacon for speaker. Yes. Absolutely. I'm kidding, by the way, but yeah. I mean, we're at a point now where it's like, they're not going to support anybody but freaking, like, Kevin McCarthy now. Yet they're not totally not a cult, yeah. Let them go the way of the Whigs. Possibly. All right, another political article just came out. This should tell you everything. Their third speaker pick in 3 weeks lasted barely 4 hours. Now, with their desperation on full display, Republicans are trying again. The House GOP is convening Tuesday night for its fourth internal huddle of the day as it hears from yet another unwidely field of candidates to lead its broken ranks. No one has demonstrated the ability to do what the previous three can't. Failed speakers, hopefuls, couldn't. Unite enough Republicans to land 217 votes on the floor. 2 members of tonight's 5-man field have already ran and lost. That includes Mike Johnson, the second highest vote getter earlier Tuesday. There's little hope for relief among the bitterly divided GOP, where the fruitless search for the speaker became so miserable that some members even floated a return to Speaker McCarthy, with Jim Jordan as assistant speaker. The idea has not been taken seriously inside the conference. Others are again mulling ways to empower acting Speaker Patrick McHenry, maybe even without a formal vote on the floor, an idea that risks significant constitutional challenges. You frickin'... Why? This is unbelievable. McHenry again? He's already said, screw you, I'm not involved with this. And you're gonna push this again and again and again? You can't make this stuff up, people. This is why nobody likes the GOP at all. They're pathetic. They suck. They absolutely are awful. What am I supposed to say to this? They're going back to the same playbook they pulled last week that failed miserably. It's going to get more and more difficult to move forward in this process. The animosity is high. The tension is high, but we have to put that aside. Oh, funny from this bozo, Mario. Republicans now plan to hold their next internal vote for Speaker nominee Tuesday evening, with some, like Tim Burchett, who helped oust McCarthy earlier this month, saying they're even willing to do it at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. One member, Van Buchanan, suggested a late-night session could speed up the process for choosing a speaker as people get tired. The full House, having adjourned, can't actually vote until at least noon Wednesday. In reality, though, many Republicans fear they've reached a point where no candidate can get 217 on the floor, which means losing no more than 4 votes. I mean, at this point in time, I don't think Johnson can get it now. If Bacon and Duarte are going to pull that crap again, you're not going to get them to flip. So, chat, what do we do? What do we do, everybody? Because I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, literally what? Here's a novel idea. Maybe these politicians should do what their voters want. It's very clear that GOP voters want Jordan. Yeah, or Johnson. Right now, I think it's apparent that the American people, that GOP conference is hopelessly divided. This asshole. I'm getting so sick of Steve Womack. Could it be overcome? Never say never, but the signs are right now that this conference is at some kind of an impasse. At this point, I don't know what to say. You're not going to win you're not going to get a speaker if these assholes keep pulling this crap of, well, we voted against Jim Jordan, but this conference is very divided because of Matt Gaetz. Womack suggested the Republicans should work to empower McHenry, even if it meets testing the constitutional limits of his powers. Suggesting that the institutionalist Republican said he doesn't make it like, oh my freaking God. These people called Matt Gaetz unserious. That he doesn't want anything. He's just doing this for pettiness. Really? Matt Gaetz has been a team player since he ousted McCarthy. He's been supporting the nominee. Steve Scalise, he supported. He supported Jim Jordan. Hell, he supported Tom Emmer. So at this point in time, it's like, who's to blame? The Republican that got rid of McCarthy but is back the nominee every single time? Or the quote-unquote Republican that has opposed the nominee every single time since the McCarthy stuff? When you ram through Johnson, everyone else needs to drop out. Absolutely. We're at the point of, you can't pull this crap like they did with Austin Scott and we're going to vote for him and then cause a lot of damage to any possibility of Jim Jordan being the speaker. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Let's finish the updated GOP debate while we wait. Yeah, let's finish the GOP map. Sure. Let's just we're just gonna do I gotta say anything? Hold on. Can I actually just hold on? There we go. I have a better solution. At this point in time, we can just do this. I seriously think this is gonna happen now. I think Trump's gonna basically get every delegate. We're at that point, everybody. I mean, where's DeSantis gonna get votes from? Gosh. This is where we're at, everybody. Trump, 2,445. Just wait till the convention. Oh my God. It's unbelievable that this is happening. At this point, yeah, I mean, who's going to do it? Who's going to get the support and who's going to beat Trump at this point? Who? DeSantis is cratered to 5%. You have Nikki Haley, saying, if you're anti-Semitic if you don't want to send hundreds of billions of dollars to Israel. What? But rap, Meatball will clearly win New York and New Jersey because of the Italian vote. Yeah, that's real. You can't get it. Here's how DeSantis can win. Yeah, I mean, how can DeSantis win? Can anybody suggest anything? How? I cannot think of a single thing that he can do right now that can give him even a pathway. Even some kind of, to not, take third. He has a far better shot of taking 5th or 6th in Iowa than he does winning. Hell, even taking 2nd. A DeSantis/Zeldin ticket would go hard, to be honest. Yeah, but DeSantis would get crushed. He has pissed off so many people, it's like, you're not winning. You're not going to be the president ever. Your best opportunity is wait 10 years and maybe you have a shot. You can watch the Kentucky debate. Yeah, let's do that, actually. That's on tonight. Is that happening right now? If it is, we'll watch it, because let's see. Can't watch it. Sad. DeSantis killed his career. Yeah, he did. He has zero pathway to winning anything. Zero. Mike Johnson is a very conservative ideologue in the same way Dem ideologues have, like, Pelosi and Jeffries behave. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Mike Johnson is absolutely a great option. He'll do what it takes to be the... whatever it takes to get policy done. No, DeSantis the third coming of Tim Pawlenty, and Scott Walker's the second. True. Out of curiosity, who you rooting for the NLCS game? Nobody. I hate the Diamondbacks for beating the Brewers, and I'm not a big fan of Philly. Well, I should say that. I'm fine with Philly, but I'm just saying, like, I'm rooting for the Rangers. Hope the Rangers win. Hopefully. How did DeSantis become the most respectful governors? Hold on. How did DeSantis become the most respectful governors? Now became the most unpopular governor. Because he hasn't been a governor for 5 months. Or, yeah, 7 months more like. That's why. I mean, what was the last thing he did in Florida? He's been out of state the entire time. Seriously, what was the last thing he did? When was the last time he was even in Florida? He stepped foot in it. I can't think of it. The Kentucky debate is on YouTube. All right. If you guys smash the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, join the channel, send questions through chat, fine. I'll watch the Kentucky debate. Sure, let's react to it for a little bit. Kentucky governor debate. I'm not seeing anything. Boo. Rap, if you had to choose right now, who would be your short list for Trump's VP? Lee Zeldin, Mark Robinson, or... Ooh. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Jim Jordan's a smart fella. True. I'm trying to think of a third one. Don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the Kentucky governorship. Not seeing any debates. We don't want Reagan 2.0. What? Alright, so apparently they are started to vote in the conference. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the speakership stuff. Ken Paxton. Run him for Senate. Just give him the Senate-ship, please. I mean, because I think Ken Paxton will possibly win that Senate seat. That would be amazing. Or make him the Attorney General. How about Matt Gaetz? That's not going to help him with anybody. It's not going to help. Not live. Is there a live conference vote? There's nothing. We got nothing. We just got, like, rumors, speculation, all that crap. So we got nothing. We just gotta, like, watch. Paxton would 100% unseat Cornyn. He could. That was the dumbest thing that Texas GOP ever did. Put Ken Paxton in the Supreme Court. That's a good choice, too. But that's never gonna happen. I still think Attorney General is the best pick for him. He probably won't get the votes because of freaking John Cornyn, but... yeah. Nothing you lose, good day, sir. Yeah. I hate that American politics has gotten so entrenched in identity politics, but it's not just in politics, it's gotten everything. Yeah. I mean, even the speakership vote. They're voting for a guy just because skin color? It's like, what? Is that the whole point? Is that what you support? Garrett Franicar for 5. Who will be the 2028 Democrat potential presidential nominees? How strong is our bench? Only one I can think of is Shapiro, but I think the school choice stuff and tax stuff is going to hurt him. But I'm thinking Shapiro. Trying to think here. Yeah, Shapiro. Because Whitmer's overrated. Absolutely. DeSantis is attacking his own super PAC. What? Wait, what? You're kidding, right? DeSantis is attacking his... There's no way. Is he actually attacking his super PAC? Apparently he did. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Never back down 60 days to beat Trump was not a very smart thing, DeSantis says. He's not my advisor, and they do what they want to do. I don't think very many people think that was a very smart thing to do. Bull crap! Bullshit! I mean... They run your campaign! Are you freaking kidding me right now? They finance your campaign, and no, I'm not involved with them. Let me get it up. Hold on. I'll get the Political article that says the DeSantis campaign never back down. Right here. What a fucking bozo. Look at this. How Ron DeSantis' super PAC is taking financial pressure off his campaign. When Florida Governor Ron DeSantis disembarks from the Navy in red campaign, bus shuttling him around the early states, the fingerprints of his candidacy are everywhere. DeSantis 24. Emblazoned across one side of the bus in bold white letters, with one of the governor's signature phrases on the opposite end. Never back down. The bus doesn't belong to DeSantis or his campaign. It's DeSantis' supportive super PAC. Never back down. Oh my freaking God. Bruh. Look at this. It's the second paragraph on NBC. Ron DeSantis. His campaign is getting saved by Never Back Down. And they are financing, like, everything. Let's just keep looking. An NBC News analysis of all the DeSantis campaign expenditures, including the keyword event, shows a sharp drop in spending on the category over the course of the month. That's because while DeSantis has made at least 82 appearances in Iowa, at least 61 of those were hosted by Never Back Down. It's Never Stand Up, by the way. That's freaking... Are we at this point now where it's... Oh, Never Back Down never really supported... Are we, chat? Never Stand Up. That's what they are. Unfreaking believable. Don't you throw Jeff Rowe under the bus. You're the one that said he was a great guy. Just keep reading. Let's just see what else this says. In August, Never Back Down's activity skyrocketed. Over the course of August, Never Back Down hosted a whopping 35 of DeSantis' 44 appearances that press were invited to attend. Yeah. I have nothing to do with that campaign. Bull crap. Chat. Is he just losing it? Garrett Vandercar for 5. Who would be the best Republican to face off against Shapiro in 2028? I think shutting down Catholic organizations over COVID could hurt him. Yeah, so again, I think Shapiro is their best option. He does have an appeal to the Rust Belt, but I'm telling you, Lee Zeldin or Mark Robinson, or hell, even like Youngkin or Vance or Hawley, we have a good bench. But I'm saying Zeldin or Robinson. Dictator Zeldin or Emperor Robinson. I want one of the two. Because frankly, you can't go wrong with either of them. Zeldin would just run it up in several areas that you shouldn't, while Mark Robinson is arguably one of the best campaigners, or I should say public speakers, I've ever seen. Robinson will be an 11 out of 10 governor. Absolutely. Hopefully when he wins. Bleh. But I'm telling you, we have a good bench. Dems have Josh Shapiro, and that's it. Breaking news. I have been hearing behind the scenes McCarthy has been sabotaging speaker candidates so he can return to power. I've heard that, but I'm going to bite my tongue on that one. I'm not going to say much more. Can't. I've heard about it, though. Governor Mark Robinson 2020 will be a great campaign, I think. Honestly, he and of himself. What? He is in a what? What did that say? Honestly, he and of himself would be a powerhouse in both the Rust Belt and the Sun Belt. Okay. Yeah, he would be. I think he would be a great candidate in both the Rust Belt and Sun Belt. One of the best public speakers I've ever seen. So, I mean, Robinson is what DeSantis should have been, but always been a good public speaker. The dude goes to Biden plus 90 precincts. He goes to a black church. He speaks like a preacher. And he bashes the Democrat Party, and they're all applauding him. That's what we're talking about here. He's the guy that can actually go to these areas, be himself, and he communicates to them. He understands them. And the voters support him. They like him. Robinson will be I think Robinson will absolutely be a great governor if he wins. I think he will win, by the way. I think he will be a good president someday. I absolutely believe that. If he ever runs for that. I think he should, by the way. I mean, who else can do that? Name a Republican that go to these Biden plus 90 seats or precincts in these old black churches, and he can do that. Name one. Name one. Voters that vote Biden plus 80 or whatever, he gets them to support Republican policies. Tucker's the only non-intervention Republican I'm hearing that he is the only option for the next ballot, really. I think Mark Robinson is too. And Zeldin. So, comparatively. Thomas Massey said he would torpedo Mike Johnson. No. No. Massey, don't. What are you doing? Is that a joke? Mary Miller, is that a joke? I'm hoping that's fake. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Hold on, that's the wrong thing. Massey, what are you doing? Stop your libertarian tendencies for once. Chill out. No! Congressman Massey says of Mike Johnson, he's uniquely positioned to lose 30 votes on either side of the conference. Says he plans to vote for Jim Jordan. This is just painful. We can't even get Mike Johnson? Oh, good Lord. Are we going to have to drag out Donald Trump? Is that what we're heading towards now? God. Oh, damn it. Again, I like Massey, but come on. Not this time. Your libertarian tendencies are too much. Mike Johnson. Oh, man. Why? What's the point? Nominate Trump. At this point, he's the only one that can even get the votes. He's literally our only hope, or Zeldin. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. I don't care. Listen, Matt Gaetz has been a team player in all this. Don't blame him. I don't know. Massey probably has his reasons, but come on. I watch you for your streams to go crazy. Well, yeah. It's easy to go crazy when this shit happens. We will not have the votes for speaker ever. You could have said this beforehand. Oh my freaking... Are you kidding me? Trent Kelly spoke after Girardi pushed for McCarthy again to be put forward for the gavel. He expressed his sentiment along the lines of how McCarthy needs to either get in or out because he's clouding efforts to find a new speaker. McCarthy's been... So he has been sabotaging everybody. This scumbag. Is that what this is about? He's been... Oh my freaking God. You're telling me that I've been hearing about that. I thought, okay, that's probably misleading. Kellen Coolidge Project confirmed it, but there are other people. I was like, okay, maybe that's a bit, out of context. It isn't. McCarthy's a scumbag, by the way. I mean, what the hell is he doing? I told you last week during the stream that I had been hearing McCarthy was working against Jordan. Yeah, I did hear about it too. I'm not going to say who, but I did hear a little bit about it. But I thought, okay, they're probably talking about, like, he's not, 100% trying to get them to support him. But I don't know what to say. McCarthy needs to F off. This is absolutely ridiculous. Hold on, I gotta do something. I cannot believe McCarthy's doing this. Is this what he's been doing the entire time? So, David Gillia was right. So McCarthy was... Oh my... Whatever. So he was bullshitting the entire time. When he gave his nomination speech, was that BS? Was it? The whole plan was to get Trump in. The cases in D.C. seems about to die. Florida probably soon after, and New York is not going anywhere. Yeah, the D.C. one seems to be falling apart. That is true. There are so many, let's see. Yes. That would explain why McCarthy isn't so upset about getting kicked out. Yeah. He's been playing a game the entire time. This is why you don't trust politicians, everybody. Rap, what is your opinion on Dwight Yoakam for speaker? Who? That would, at this point, go back to Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan unironically has the most support, I think. Because who else does? Everybody has like 40 naysayers. Jordan got like 22. Or whatever it was. Beth Van Dwayne just said on Twitter, should I get in the speaker race? Hell nah. Hell no. No way. We're never gonna speaker. You gotta start looking at outside the house. I mean... Chat. I'm trying to think that... I don't know. But yeah, right here, Trent Kelly. Look at this. Trent Kelly said Republicans shouldn't elect a new speaker with McCarthy in the room. He should either be a candidate, Kelly said, or leave. So he has been pressuring people. This is unbelievable. It's unfreaking believable that McCarthy's been pulling this crap. So, okay. We gotta look at the alternatives for a speaker. Here's my rules for it. has to be a former congressman, or it has to be somebody of noteworthy, such as Donald Trump. I think you gotta go with Trump or Zeldin. That's my thing. It's one of those two, I think. The New York people would love Zeldin. Except Lawler, who thinks it's actually, McCarthy that did it. You guys see that? He praised Kevin McCarthy for his victory, not Zeldin. But yeah, I'm thinking only Zeldin or Trump. Justin Amash, I'm not a big fan of. I think would be a decent speaker, but he's going through some personal stuff. Speaker Jimmy Duncan. That stuff like that, it's kind of, I don't know. That's pushing it. Yeah, this is just, that should be done in private. None of this crap, no, I should say private, just, vote in public and tell McCarthy to go F himself. That's what needs to be done here. Like I said, Jeff Flanders until he becomes governor. It would give us time to choose someone good. Possibly. Get Ron Paul out of retirement. I saw Massey say something about that. I don't know, that he has some health issues. Ron Paul? He's 88. Yeah. Didn't he have a stroke? Yeah, he had a stroke, I thought. But I wouldn't be against Ron Paul. He would do something with the spending. I just heard that Congresswoman Virginia Foxx is on board with the McCarthy-Jordan speaker plan as a last resort. I mean, no, we're not. What does that mean? Does that mean, like, okay, how would that work? How would that, a co-op, bullshit speakership thing work like that? Don't know. The Kentucky debate's on the KET YouTube channel. Well, we're kind of in the speakership stuff. Because stuff is hitting the fan. Let's see here. Ron Paul's the best. Yeah, he should have been president. That guy's like, you talk about a deficit hawk? He's the only real one that exists. I don't think he ever voted for any spending increase. Ever. They'd both be speaker, but McCarthy would have the final say. Screw that. Nope. It should be Jordan with the final say. Then I'll probably get behind it. Or possibly. Do any of these people have a long-term plan, or is this all just make them making up as it goes? Yeah. They are. Ron Paul versus Joe Biden. 100% Ron Paul. Should have been president. Is there any shot at Dark Horse that absolutely no one expects gets it? It's possible. Because I think you got to look at former congressmen. That's the only way I can think we get somebody. Again, like Ron Paul types. Bit older, but they're well liked. And there's somebody that could get shit done. Because he would probably get, like, knowing Ron Paul, he would get some deficit cuts. At this point, most are just being petty, yeah. That's what it's coming down to. So we are waiting for updates on the speakership stuff. We're waiting on Jake Sherman. I wonder what people like Ted Butter think right now, considering he just left the house. He's like, whew, thank God for that one. So, I don't know. Ron Paul the best ads, yeah. Just heard Emmer plans to vote McCarthy alongside Nora. Are you fucking serious? Alright, everybody, hold on. We actually are going to get some people in this chat. Hold on a second here. Bro, are you in a...
Big
Don't drive. Just don't. Just leave if you whatever. Okay.
It'll be.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. So, we got breaking news, the speakership stuff. Mike Johnson, he's not gonna be the speaker. Already 30 no's.
Mike Johnson has 30 no's?
Yep, already. Thomas Massey's leading it.
Massey, what?
Yes.
Massey!
Yeah. Yeah, we're live, by the way. Say hi.
I know! The viewers need to know I am now pissed off at Thomas Massey.
Oh, man.
For existing.
Yeah, so there's 30 no's against Johnson. And apparently, McCarthy...
Who are the no's?
For sure, Massey.
Established?
No, it's like part of the House Freedom Caucus, it sounds like.
Why are they voting against their own caucus member?
Reasons. But apparently, Massey said that there's no matter what. Who knows?
It's got to the point that, like, I don't think we're going to get a House Speaker outside of Don Bacon being like, yes, we must now work with the party that betrayed McCarthy.
Yes.
Oh, we can trust them this time, guys. Don't worry.
Well, apparently, this has been the report circulating that, hold on, whoa. Apparently that McCarthy's been working behind the scenes to try to get the speakership again. That's what he's been sabotaging everybody, sounds like.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
James.
mean,
Just a quick
yeah,
second.
I heard you. Yeah, I saw you talking about it because I was watching the stream just before I joined, so I was, but yeah, it was like, I mean, at least some people thought that that was what he was doing after he did the nominating speech for Jim Jordan. Was that after like he wanted Jim, like I saw people saying that he wanted Jim Jordan to lose so that like, and then eventually everyone else loses so that he's the only option left.
Yeah, that's just bullshit. Yeah, apparently that's what's happening now. Like he's purposely going behind the scenes to like screw everybody over. Which if that's the case, that just proves thank God we got rid of that scumbag. Because if he's doing that, what does he do with policy stuff? I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it is happening. So let's see here. Hold on, apparently it's Massey and Don Bacon? What? And Tom Emmer, of course it is. James, do you think we'll ever get a speaker?
I don't know at this point. I mean, maybe the government shutdown will force a few people to stop holding it up, but even then,
This is
I don't
getting
know.
stupid.
Have you guys heard about the Crenshaw thing?
Did he want to like change the speakership thing to like where Democrats
So,
get it?
No.
Can you cover that?
I got you. In essence, he wants to change the conference rule to where a House Speaker can be elected by plurality, which would basically mean if the holdouts still want to be a holdout, they're going to directly elect Hakeem Jeffries. And as far as I know, the opposite member, like an opposite House member, cannot motion to vacate. So if they fuck up here, they make Jeffries the speaker until at least next year.
What the fuck is Crenshaw doing?
He's trying to force the no votes just to pick a fucking speaker.
Okay, that may actually be
Yeah,
smart.
that was when Emmer. That's when Emmer was the nominee. He did that.
So he's probably changed his mind now.
Well, yeah, probably.
But he's right in a sense though, because if let's say tomorrow we decide they'll decide, okay, we're gonna elect Hearn, right?
It's not Hearn dropped out, by the way.
I know, but I brought a name. Let's say it's Hearn, right? Hearn's the consensus Republican. If he gets enough no votes that Hakeem Jeffries gets a plurality, then everyone who votes against him now has like the biggest target on their back, like that you can possibly receive. You directly voted to elect a Democrat, even if you did not vote for him directly, like because like you know what the rules are. It's kind of like it's basically vote splitting. It's like a spoiler candidate.
They should have
basically.
done that for Jordan. They should have done that, but they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Democrats would vote for it because they would know that Republicans.
Well, apparently it's a
would be
conference rule.
afraid.
That's why I heard about it. It's only like, oh, you just need a conference vote.
I assumed it was like if it's like on the floor of the House, the Democrats would have to vote for it too.
I don't think so.
If it's, I mean, because I would assume this is on the floor vote where the defectors
Who
are not.
knows?
conference.
I'm just getting real sick of like Don Bacon. That guy is just, and McCarthy now, because apparently he has been the one that's been burning bridges with everybody. Is everybody really shocked by that? Oh, McCarthy was actually working behind the scenes to screw Jim Jordan? What a surprise.
I'm not shocked. And now there's the whole thing about I was joking that it's like the Israel system because it was McCarthy wants to do that like power sharing agreement with Jordan to become speaker again or something
How
like
the
that.
hell would that work? How?
Like at least the way I would guess is there were like coalitions in Israel recently that were like one guy would be prime minister for 6 months, then the other guy would be prime minister for 6 months or something like that.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Oh yeah,
Now
and
Roger
Yeah,
Williams is
apart.
trying to become House Speaker
yeah, I saw
now.
that, Williams. But I just imagine that I guarantee McCarthy wants the first 6 months, so he has the debt ceiling stuff, so he can do whatever he wants. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
I just find it hilarious that this whole thing started because McCarthy wanted to work with Democrats on a shutdown avoidance rather than just working with his own party.
He should have just had a standoff. That's all he should have done. They should have passed, look, here's a bill that's going to guarantee spending or military wages for like 2 months or something. Keep making a separate bill and then have a negotiation for the rest. It's that simple. And it should be this CR crap that nobody likes.
See, that's the fun part. I don't think you understand. This party does not like to be in the majority.
I know.
It likes to be the opposition because it likes to not get things done.
Let's see here. Duster Carter for 2. Republicans pulling this is why we lost Alaska House seat. Oh, absolutely. That's why we lost that one, because we started killing each other, but the Democrat just, she won by default. So, she may not run, apparently. I heard about something about that.
Who won't?
Patola in Alaska. Apparently she's not running again.
Oh, she's gonna run.
No,
She's gonna run for the next 10 years, probably.
No, apparently her husband's death is possibly make her not run, but
I don't think she'll. I don't
don't
think she'll
buy
retire.
that. As my good friend Tyrone once said, I'm going to take his line. The Democrat Party is still, in essence, a Southern party. They are fucking straight line, hard line.
true.
Tester didn't even want to run for re-election last year, and he still said, "Okay, I'm going to do it."
That is a fair point.
I think they're probably going to make her run again, even if she probably doesn't have to campaign to win.
True.
They're just going to make her they're going to make her sign the declaration form. She's going to win by like 5 by default because she's running against not Sarah Palin. She's still going to win, but not by as much.
Running against Bigich or whatever.
I mean, and she's already back like voting and like she's already back like voting.
That's something I heard though,
like
but
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's like it's the Republican Party. We have people resigning from swing seats
yeah,
for like completely unknown reasons. Like the Utah guy resigning, he almost costed us that seat because they almost elected Becky Edwards.
we actually got an upgrade, so I'll take it.
She really ain't much better than he was.
It's like a D- candidate versus D. I'll take the D. You know, the D tier candidate.
I'd like to rephrase that.
Yeah.
What about the D's nuts candidate?
Jeez, I should have known. I'm at the D tier candidate.
I was gonna say, damn.
Update: Congressman Burchin and Scalise are both no on the McCarthy-Jordan duel. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. There's already enough no's.
We're not getting a speaker. I've been saying this. We're not going to get a speaker.
I was gonna say, like, I think like the median outcome is there is not gonna be a speaker,
Unless it's Trump.
or it's either going to be Trump or it's going to be a there he goes. It's going to be an example of like the Republicans are probably going to cross over and just be like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. We're going to elect a compromise speaker, and then they're all going to lose re-election except for like Don Bacon because he's going to somehow pull a win out of his ass. Because he's like, oh my God, I worked against the evil Republican Party. You should re-elect me.
I worked against the Nazi MAGA fascists or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I oppose the maggot wing of my party.
The MAGA extremists.
Or they'll just all switch, or they'll switch parties and then lose their primaries.
Sam Adson for 5. Republicans can't even be an opposition party. 50 Republicans voted with Democrats for gay marriage last year. That is true.
Not even for gay marriage. It was even worse than that. It was it wasn't even like codifying Obergefell, no matter what the people who wrote the bill said. It actually squandered religious rights even further than Obergefell did. Like they have it's not even an excuse of like, yes, I support gay marriage. I don't care about gay marriage. I'm going to vote in favor of it. They actively voted to strip religious rights of even further than it already was.
Let's see here. Breaking: Tim Scott wants Newt Gingrich. Oh no! Don't even bring Newt Gingrich up. He's old.
Even bring Tim
Why
Scott
would
into
they-
this.
Why bring back Newt Gingrich of all people?
Oh, because 30 years ago he was a decent speaker, but it's like, it's not.
Nowadays, he's not even that good. Like he's
I mean-
been kind of cringe recently.
Well, he's just old, I think.
Damn boomer.
Let's see here. When Newt.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a speaker. I think at this point it's going to be perpetual deadlock, or some morons like fucking
Don
Roger
Bacon.
Lawler and Bacon are just gonna nominate fucking Jeffries.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, they're all gonna vote for Jeffries.
I saw someone say that I saw someone unironically say they want Don Bacon to run as no labels Congress in Nebraska.
Go ahead. Be my
Yeah, great, go
guest.
for it.
Yeah, watch him actually do that.
No, yeah, watch him lose the Republican.
He'll do like a joint like third party no label.
I hope that let that asshole run for third party. That's what he is. He's a Democrat.
He's gonna
Yeah.
run for no labels, and the Democrats are just going to endorse him against a Republican.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Well,
win
the
by like
Democrats are-
10 because that's just
the
him.
Democrats already have a candidate.
Let Don Bacon run. Let him take all the moderate Dems. Go ahead.
Yeah. Speaking of no labels, what's going on with Manchin? Is he like?
He
I know
is
he's.
running. He's
Is he even running for re-election?
He's not
I
running
have
for
a-
re-election.
I want to start a petition. Can we start calling Don Bacon Greasy Bacon?
No, vegan
he's a-
bacon.
Yeah.
He's greasy.
No, vegan bacon. Because he's not
Yeah.
even real
That's
bacon.
lame.
Well, I mean, he is like essentially a vegan piece of bacon. It's not real bacon. Let's see here. Dustin Connor for 2. Speaker Bush or bust. Bring on the W. It's a W.
No, Speaker Cory Bush, obviously.
Oh
Yep.
gosh.
Now, Speaker Rashida Tlaib. Just start bringing in like the worst people possible and be like, yes, we're gonna give you the power.
Let's see here. Who's like some Becky Edwards? That's a good one.
Becky Edwards compromise. It would be really funny if they do Becky Edwards as a
No.
compromise speaker.
Yeah, I think the only one that can get speaker is like Trump. That's the only one I can think of votes now.
As I have been saying,
You're right.
the only way to go forward from here is for House Republicans to nominate Donald Trump, and whoever refuses to vote for Donald Trump goes on a primary list, and Trump blasts them until they lose their election.
That's the thing, because even if they win their primary, if they're in a swing seat,
They're
they
screwed.
piss off enough actual conservatives, they're still going to lose.
That's what these buffoons on Twitter say. Like, yeah, you have to appeal to like these swing voters in some of these districts, but 90% of your voters are still Republicans. You can't just abandon them for 10% of the base or what, or 10% of voters.
I mean, even like Peter Meyer, who was drawn essentially, he was already in a very like urban and suburban district, but I mean, it was like Grand Rapids and Muskegon, and he lost his. I mean, that was like that would have been like
he would
a
have
good.
crushed
That would have
even
been
more.
yeah, and it's like he would have, and it's like he would have lost too. He probably would have lost by double digits too.
You know,
Are
he
you guys
would've lost
familiar
the
with what is her name? Shit.
Obviously, the move is to send Rufus to have nasty sex with the team.
Oh God, no! Shut.
Nominated to be speaker.
What? What?
Are you not familiar with the Rufus tweet?
The Rufus stuff. Oh God, I'm not even gonna get into that.
But yeah, are you guys
yeah.
familiar with Martha Robbie? Robbie?
He said I would have.
Hey,
nasty
stop! Rufus, stop! Tyrone, stop! Tyrone, you gotta chill. Tyrone, okay. Tyrone, I muted Discord because like you're going too far.
Tell him to unmute me.
You're already unmuted.
I'll
Don't
stop.
worry.
Okay.
I'll stop.
Back to Martha Robbie. She won 67% of the vote in 2014. She basically just attacked Trump over and over again during her campaign. Like she was like a never Trump Republican. She won by 34 points in 2014. She won by 8 in 2016 because the Democrat got 40%, she got 49%, and then a
What's her
write-in
name?
Republican got 11. Martha Robbie, Roby,
Martha Rowe.
Alabama second.
She's it's Barry Moore represents the district now.
That should tell you everything.
And she
And
won re-election by
2016 was
23 the next time. I think because she actually she got 39% of the vote in the primary the first time, and then she won the runoff.
Again,
I
It's
used-
because
oh, go on.
I was just gonna say it's because and also like in 2016, just to show like how bad she did. Like it was a really good year for House Republicans. It
Oh
was an
yeah,
insanely good year. There were barely any competitive seats for
and she
Republicans.
underperformed it by 25 points, and it happened because she basically was like just completely disavowed Trump as a candidate.
That's what these idiots fail to understand. Yes, I understand, like, Mike Garcia. I understand he's going to have a less conservative record.
And he's more conservative than most of the House
Yeah,
members, though. That's the thing. He's an outlier.
And Don Bacon's like, well, it's my seat. It's like, you still got to appeal to 48% of the voters.
Mike Garcia literally decertified like almost every state that came up to a vote, and then he won by 5 in like a Biden plus 14 district. Like, if he can outrun Trump by like 15 points by being like extremely conservative, what is Don Bacon's excuse exactly?
Dustin Carter for 2. Is Alaska trending blue bad or just a neocon Republican state? I think more of a neocon or more libertarian than anything.
Alaska will not be flipping blue until either the Democrats who run are not against oil, which is why Potola was able to win, or the state itself no longer relies on oil, which is going to be quite a while because they literally get like a UBI pension fund from their oil sales.
Yeah,
still.
it's the fucking Alaska State Pension Fund where any excess revenue they get from their fucking oil goes straight into state healthcare, and that shit's run by Republicans.
Let's see here. Godsmack Air 69 for 2. Nice. Will Turd for Speaker. No, not Will Turd.
Rufus for Speaker.
Oh, God. Prince Strider for 5. From what I've heard, a Speaker Trump has been talked about. But McCarthy and Emmer have told members it would guarantee a Democrat majority next year. That is the dumbest statement I ever heard from Emmer.
They're going to get a Democrat majority anyways. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, if you don't get a speaker for like a year and a half,
you're not getting the majority.
You're not going to get the majority. Like, the House is already pretty hard to win in general. No. Like, the Republicans won the popular vote by like 1.5 once you adjust it, but they still only won the House by like a few thousand votes in key swing states. Like, it's already an uphill climb.
Now, let me be clear,
Republicans aren't going to outright win the House until Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is fucking undone.
I was going to say, until you just completely nuke all the seats in the Deep South, like, you're not going to be able to win the House.
Well, I kind of disagree with that, but like, it's much harder now because the GOP's incompetent. But like, for example, North Carolina, we got a good map there. We're going to win upwards of 4 seats there.
Yeah, but Ohio is going to lose theirs because they're going to have an IRC in the 2024 on the ballot in 2024, which is probably going to end up nuking any chance of a redraw. So it's like, it's one of those things where like this may be a hot take for sure, but I think if the polls are correct on the whole on Trump versus Biden, we're going to see for the first time ever, we're going to see Trump outrun congressional Republicans.
I completely agree
overall.
with that, by the way. Like,
because
Biden
and
I went over the
yeah, Biden's like down 20 points in approval. Trump's has barely budged. House Republicans are in shambles. Democrat Party congressmen and congresswomen have been able to distance themselves from Biden sufficiently. And like, if you have a somewhat unpopular presidential candidate running against a very unpopular president, he's gonna win probably, and I think he's gonna. But it won't be enough to take over the House majority with them because they're just that incompetent. Like, this has been a shit show.
If that New York poll is true, they're keeping the House. I'm just being real, because I'm
gonna be real with you though. If you straight like, I'm gonna be real with you. I would love for the number to be real, but I think that's a bit of hopium. I think that you're really, really going hard on hopium at that point.
No. I'm just saying if Trump is only down by 10 in New York, they're keeping the House. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it's factual.
I was going to say, so the problem with these polls is that, like what happened in Oregon last year, and like what happens a lot with third party, it's just the polls are going to overestimate how much vote he's going to be, Mr. Kennedy is going to be sapping, how much vote West is going to be taking. I expect at the end of the day, RFK Jr. is not going to crack 5%.
We gotta see.
And West is going to get like maybe 1%, if that.
Well,
right now he's pulling at like 13% in New York. That's not happening.
Well, no, let me be clear. Like, even the head-to-head has Trump pulling down by 9.
Yes, but he's also at 37% of the vote, which
that's the highest he's ever been. I'm just saying that's factual. I mean, I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying that if that holds to next year.
I mean, Trump got 37.75 in 2020. I mean, I think Trump is probably going to crack 40% in New York. I don't think he's going to do much better than that.
We shall see. I mean,
he's probably going to lose it by like 18 or 19 points, if I had to guess.
Which I think would be enough to keep like Lawler from losing, but
It would probably keep the second Long Island person. I can't remember his name now.
Despacito.
Garbarino? No, Garbarino. Or
Garbarino.
no.
Well, no.
It's gonna keep him.
Garbarino,
It's probably gonna keep no, it's not gonna keep the guy and no.
Santos.
No, yes.
Oh man, but no, we're gonna lose Santos' seat, Despacito's. But if you do 4 or 5 points better in New York, that alone helps probably Lawler, Molinaro, and Brandon Williams win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, will Santos even survive his primary?
I think
No.
And I want to say this. I talked to Ye about this earlier. Yeah, you remember how we were talking about how it's actually quite concerning Trump being ahead and the popular vote comes down to like Florida and New York?
Yeah, so to an extent, yes. If Florida is like, if he gets like a blowout, like 13 or 14 point victory, if he gets New York within 10, if he drops California 5 or 8 points, that doesn't translate to that may translate to a popular vote victory. Although it doesn't. I'll check real quick. You guys can talk.
I don't think mathematically it does. I think it'd be like a D+1 environment because, like, you're assuming every other state's the same. We're just assuming that, right? Every other state's the exact same. Let's see here. Santos could survive with a Trump primary endorsement. Trump's not going to endorse Santos.
Oh no, it actually isn't that bad. If you move California 8 points, Florida 8 points, and New York to D+10, it's only 2.3. D+2.3.
Oh yeah, so that doesn't explain the popular vote by 1.
So yeah, but California is probably going to be like D+24. Florida's going to be like R+10. I think New York's going to be like D+18. So you're looking at like, I don't know, like a D+3.5 environment just with those states.
We just gotta see. You underestimate incumbent advantage of the House. Yeah, but if you're like George Santos, you have like a negative incumbency. So.
You have like a 12% approval rating in your district. I don't think.
I think the last poll I saw said he had, it was like what, a 17%.
That's an improvement.
That's an improvement from 12%, guys. Listen, we will hit 20% by the primary.
It's probably under like it might well no, I don't know if his approval rating's 30, but
if you include like all the voters aside, it's probably like 25 to 30.
I was gonna say it's like, plus approval rating doesn't really mean much at the end of the day. It really only matters in, like, obviously it's a swing seat, so it's different for him. But like Marjorie Taylor Greene is like -30 in her own seat, and she regularly wins by like 30 points.
Yeah.
Like last year, Mr. Flowers spent like $12 million, and like he outperformed Biden by like 6 or 8 points, but it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, all the resist lib money just went to losing
send
a
more
district.
money.
Massey wait, Massey just voted for Ron Paul. Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
What are these people doing?
What? Ron Paul?
Is the vote out?
Where's the vote at?
Please, for the love of God, Don Bacon, vote for Ronald Reagan's fucking husk. I'm begging you, vote for Ronald Reagan.
You just hear like Tyrone in the background
Just screaming.
Vote for
Vote
Reagan.
for Ronald Reagan.
Where's this?
Yeah,
where's this vote at?
I don't know. I'm just reading from the chat, which is always right.
Did he vote for Ron? I would be against Ron Paul as speaker, but he's old as hell. So.
He's like, he's like his late 70s? I mean, he's not like,
he's
how old is he?
88.
He's in
The
his
last
80s.
I see,
He's fucking 88 years old.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I thought he was like 79.
No, he's old.
Yeah.
Okay,
so the most recent thing I see is just they've started voting on the first ballot for speaker nominee.
Vote Reagan. Do it. Vote for Reagan's cousin or whatever it is, grandson or something.
Reagan Jr.
I know he has like a son who like does that.
Isn't Reagan Jr. like
he's
on a resist lib like media guy?
Yeah.
He's a resist lib that does like stuff for like it's like some sort of atheist group.
MSNBC, I think.
Of course. Oh my God!
No, it's something called like freedom from religion or something.
Gentlemen,
like that.
Breaking news: Thomas Massey did vote for Ron Paul. Oh my God! Yes.
I love libertarianism.
Dustin Connor for 2. Can we talk about how libertarians were why we lost Colorado? That's true, mostly. But yeah, I mean, Ron Paul got a speaker. We are never getting a speaker in the House, anybody. Woo!
Can we get somebody to nominate George Santos, please?
So wait,
I mean, George Santos did a poll. I don't know if you saw the poll that he did on his Twitter.
It's like 80-20 yes, isn't it?
No, both options were yes, but the top yes option got 80%.
Wait, they were both yes? I didn't even see that. I thought that one was no.
Just give you perspective on something. I just realized something. Massey supported Kevin McCarthy before he supported Johnson. He supported
I guess.
Kevin McCarthy for 15 rounds, but he won't support Mike Johnson. This is why I'm confused by Massey half the time.
I mean, 16 rounds if you count the motion to vacate vote.
Let's see here. Virginia Fox voted for Jim Jordan. Ooh, hold on. What's happening here? Are we cooking?
We're not cooking anything. We are burning down the kitchen as we speak.
We're cooking. Yeah, we're burning everything. That's cooking, though, in a weird sense.
Yeah. Don't let him. Who let this man in the kitchen?
For the
you're
record,
cooking instead of just cooking one thing, you're cooking everything.
Now, let me be clear about something. I am not 100% gonna defend Matt Gaetz, by the way, because I thought he had a plan for this. Apparently, he never did. He just wanted
to do it.
So I do give him some blame, but some of these people are saying that, well, Kevin McCarthy's so the majority of Republicans supported him getting ousted.
No. The blame resides almost exclusively with House Democrats.
True.
They voted to oust him. It was 8 Republicans and the entire Democrat caucus.
The Democrats, they made McCarthy trying to make a deal with Democrats. They lied about that one. We know for a fact that the last second he was begging Democrats to support him. We know that.
Nancy Pelosi went up to him during the original House speakership issue and said, if for whatever reason they try to vacate you, I've got your back.
Yeah.
She did not have his back in the end.
No, she didn't show up, but she could have voted remotely, but whatever.
She could have told her caucus
I thought they got rid. No, they got rid of Proctor.
What?
They got rid of that.
Either way, she could have told her conference vote against it if she really wanted to. Dustin Carter for 2. Have y'all seen Trump's polls in Georgia? Looking good. Yeah, R+5.
Let me check. Yeah. The problem is I don't believe those polls.
I don't either, but I think it does show a sign that Trump's doing good.
I believe Trump's margin. Trump is probably at 47. He's probably at pretty much 47, 48 consistently in a lot of these polls. He's probably there. Yeah. I just don't know if he is at this +5 thing.
If Trump loses next year, will you have a meltdown? No. Won't. Because it's I'm not gonna be LTE and on remember that 2021 election night, James?
Yeah, the Virginia election night.
I'm not gonna be like that. I'll just say, well, we lost. It sucks. Trump is probably gonna go to jail, but
yeah, Trump is going to jail if he loses this election. That's the problem.
That's the thing. That's it sucks, but it's at that point, it's we have to figure out how to win.
At some point, he's kind of fighting for his life here because it'd be one thing if another Republican won, if DeSantis was running or was winning or something like that, and he was gonna pardon him, but
no Republican can win.
No Republican could win.
Look what Nikki Haley's doing. She's advocating for World War III. I'm sure that's a very popular position.
Did you guys see the clip of her saying we need to rename the Department of Defense to the Department of Offense?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's I don't even get the point of that because you're just saying that you want to invade other countries.
It used to be called the Department of War, and then we said, wait a minute.
I think
war. You can defend yourself in a war. As the Department of Offense, you're not really defending yourself.
Let's see here.
I mean, the Department of War probably makes more sense as a title just because it's all war.
Sierra Tan has been a member for 4 months. Thank you very much, good sir. Thank you very much. Let's see. LTE mental breakdown. That's what happened. I showed the image on the stream. That was freaking hilarious.
He blocked me on Twitter because I pointed out that he did in fact have 2020 Kentucky Senate as likely. He just blocked me immediately.
Yeah, it's you notice some about a lot of these big YouTubers. They never a lot of these prediction channels. Virtually none of them admit when they're wrong. You notice that they're oh, secretly I was right the entire time. But it's huh? Yeah,
here it is. I guess Harvard doesn't have any classes on how to accept criticism.
Well, listen. I made a whole people say I didn't take 2022 good. I literally made a whole week's worth of videos saying I was wrong, explaining how I was wrong. But it's nobody else does that. Just bro, I don't get it.
What I found funny about the whole LTE thing is you know how he was pro Hogan or Larry, for a little bit. That's because the I don't even know who ran against him in 2018.
It was Ben Jealous.
Yeah, Ben Jealous would not let him work for his campaign, so he worked for Hogan's instead. I just found it to be kind of funny. Yes, he tried to work for Ben Jealous's campaign, got denied, so he worked for Hogan's. Yes, because the guy he wanted to originally wouldn't let him work on his campaign.
And did he work for like Sarah Gideon's campaign or whatever?
He was like her communication director, and then she
why would you have that
imploded.
Why
Listen, I'm just saying, I would not put my face out there as like a campaign guy, as like an election predictor. If I ran the communications division of a campaign that underperformed Biden by 16 points.
Not only that, underperformed polling by 25.
I was gonna say, like,
that's one of the worst of. I don't get it.
Did we ever figure out why she did so well? Was it because she voted for?
Well, I never believe that. That's a bunch of bull. Here's what really happened. These polling that says Gideon was up by 10. You read the crosstabs. They're claiming that Gideon was doing better Maine second than Maine first. That's why.
Oh.
Also, there's one thing that I read was that like Susan Collins has sort of ingrained herself into like Maine culture.
Yeah,
it's like sort of a thing to do as a Mainer. It's like and also also Sarah Gideon was just an extremely bad candidate.
That's. I mean, she was hyped up so much. She was like the Speaker of the Maine House. She was like this big figure was gonna absolutely destroy her by like 10 points. Donald Trump was supposed to lose the state by 15 or 20, and then she loses by like 9.
Gentlemen, we have some good news, everybody. A brand new poll from a Republican-leaning poll. Take us what the approval rating of Congress is right now.
8%.
8%. 8% approve, 86% disapprove.
Surprised it's that high.
Bro.
Like, surprised that still 8% of people
and the best
approve
part
of
is
Congress.
Only 2% strongly approve.
I love these tweets about people saying, like, okay, I'm tired of this. Let's get Republicans to cross the aisle for Jeffries. I'm like, you do realize if they do that, first of all, he's not going to keep his word on anything. They could be like, okay, we'll do this if you don't put out gun control, or you don't put out this and that. He's going to say, okay, sure thing. And that's probably going to be the first thing he does specifically to rub it in your face. But second of all, you are losing the primary by like 40 if you do that shit. You are getting Liz Cheney'd if you vote for Hakeem Jeffries.
Also, like as an example, the last person who went against their party in a speaker vote was Jim Traficant, and I mean, we know what happened. We know what happened to him.
That guy's a Chad, by the way. Dustin Carter for 2. What are your thoughts on Rep? He's very Midwest. I'm fine with him. It's been a while since I talked to him, but nothing against him. Let's see. LT is obsessed with 10% state house elections. Lol. No video in the statewide Louisiana election. Yeah, I mean, that should tell you everything.
Talking about that earlier. He's like, oh my God, guys. Okay, you guys see that video out of his where he was like, guys, Biden is beating Trump by 1 point in the popular vote. It's over for him. Not knowing that if Trump gets the popular vote within 3 points of Biden, he is winning. He's winning. He's winning Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. He's winning. He's basically repeating 2016 minus Michigan.
I think he wins Nevada, but
he probably wins Nevada at that point. Yes, but like he's like, oh my God, like Trump is the weakest candidate out of the group, and it's like, okay, but like if the weakest candidate out of the group is winning, is where the tipping point is like Trump plus 2 Pennsylvania, you've got problems. You really do.
And not only that, these special turnout elections, they're 10% turnout. You can't base anything off that. But then you get a turnout of election like Louisiana, which has,
like,
again,
35%.
It's not, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's like, you look at where the turnout was at big, it was white working class areas. Where the turnout was down the most.
You know what they did? We got party crosstabs for Louisiana. It was a R+5 electorate.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of Democrats registered, but it's like, that doesn't explain a 20-30 point shift like that.
It does not. It also doesn't explain the LG candidate winning. Like, it doesn't explain Republicans getting 80% of the vote in the LG race.
Yeah, and almost they won the black belt. They won all of it.
I'm pretty sure that like the combined Republican total in the lieutenant governor race did win the VRA seat that's in Louisiana.
That should tell you everything. At some point, it's like, either that's apocalyptic turnout for Dems, like you're screwed in that situation for next year.
And And the party crosstabs just prove that it's not Dem turnout, because at the very least, if Republicans won, every Republican and every independent, they still took 30% of Democrat voters.
Yeah.
In the governor's race, it's even more in the LG race.
I don't get why people don't look at this. Because they realize, oh crap, that either means black voters are actually trending Republican, or they're not voting at all. They're not going to vote next year. So that's why I think they're coping about it. Because it's kind of a sign that...
They just refuse to say anything. It's like, well, yeah, it's one thing you say, oh my God, we gave up on this race. But it's like, okay, you gave up, right? But why did 40% of Democrats give up?
Yeah.
Why did 40% of Democrats show up to the polls and then vote for the Republican?
Again, I'm not saying that it means like a red tsunami's happening. I'm just saying that is the best indicator we got for next year.
No, actually, it means that Donald Trump will be winning the black vote.
Real.
Okay.
But again,
Brexit will be happening.
I think if Republicans sweep that, they're in for a good race next year. They're in for a real good year.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with Virginia is we don't have party polling, or we don't have party registration. So do not ever believe any like quote unquote target of like, oh, here's the early vote turnout by party, because you don't know what that is at all.
Got burned in 2020. Never listen to them. Got burnt. So. Yeah,
and you guys see the Pennsylvania Supreme Court race? It's going splendidly in the early voting right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna lose by like 7.
Let's see here. If black voters were voting for generic Republicans, imagine the numbers when black voters vote for Trump. Yeah. I mean, these are generic... Well, Landry is more of a Trump guy, but it's like, if a generic Republican is doing this good with black voters, it's like, what do you think's going to happen with Trump?
Like, I would call it copium to say this, like, normally, but, like, Donald Trump has, like, all the polling numbers say it, his swing, 2016 to 2020 say it. He is building a multiracial working class coalition.
Absolutely.
Now, he's not going to win the black vote. He's not going to win the Hispanic vote. But if let's say he gets 40% of the Hispanic vote, let's say he gets 25% of the black vote, you're not winning with that. I don't care what you get with college whites.
I mean, they're swinging Republican again. So it's
you can get 2/3 of the college white vote, and if you don't get 80% or 90% of African Americans or 70% of Hispanics, you're not winning.
Yeah, and especially with white working class voters, they're continuing to shift right.
So you have non-college whites go a couple more points. I mean, like what, 40% of the electorate is non-college white?
Yeah.
Less than 20%, or like 25% is college white.
And people forget that that's far more in the Rust Belt. The critical states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, it's like way more white working class in those states than any other part of the country. So
Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania also all have a non-insignificant Black and Hispanic working class population.
Yeah, well,
Wisconsin, Philadelphia, but Philadelphia, Detroit, some in Milwaukee, not much, not enough to really make a huge difference. But you know, having Milwaukee be D+40 and not D+42 can help.
Well, I mean, like Wisconsin's actually a bit weird because there actually is a large Asian population here. Like people don't know that, but look up the Asian population of Wisconsin and compare it to other states in the Rust Belt. It's way more than you would think, but so we just gotta see. All right, if anybody got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now because I think we're probably gonna end unless they're voting on the speaker right now, not on the House floor, but we should have results by now, right? I would think. Do we have results? Anybody?
I'm checking right now. First ballot. Jake Sherman has the results.
Where is it? Jake Sherman?
It's on his it's like his latest tweet. Johnson 85, Donald's 32, Green 23.
Oh boy, other 31. My
Williams,
freaking
yeah.
31 others. Oh my sweet lord. We're not going to get Speaker Johnson. We're not going to get Speaker Don. What the hell? This is just... This petty crap needs to stop. I don't care. Like, what's wrong with Johnson? Does anybody know anything wrong with Johnson?
he's like the most. He's like the quiet. He's like so like I don't know anything about him other than that he's like a somewhat significant member of the House GOP.
Well, he's kind of like, he's one of those guys that's like
Well, I mean,
kind of in the House, the Freedom Caucus.
I know. I mean, I know he was like kind of like Freedom Caucus adjacent. I just didn't know anything about him specifically.
Well, he's like very conservative record, but it's like,
Yeah. No, like I knew he had like a conservative record. I'm just talking about like I don't know. Like I've never seen him like say something.
let's see here. Apparently, Virginia Fox over Jordan. Are we gonna see Jim Jordan come back from the grave? Is that possible?
I don't know.
Jim Jordan comeback season. It's happening, James.
Don Bacon would be so bad at that.
That's what he gets. Yeah, he's okay. Only Kevin. Did Yemenez do that or what?
Yemenez, I thought endorsed Donald's.
Oh, I thought he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he said like I guess he said he was only Kevin at first because he thought that Kevin was wrongfully removed, and then then it was more of an anti-Jordan thing for him. So now he's just endorsing like Byron Donalds.
Yeah, so I mean, at some point we're not gonna get a speaker. Like Tyrone has been saying for like a month now, we're never gonna get a speaker again. Unless it's Trump. That's the only one I can think of that get the votes. Or even like gets close to it. Has Don Bacon voted for Becky Edwards? I wouldn't be shocked. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head out, everybody. If you guys did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description. Really? I just
Yeah. What was that?
Tyrone being Tyrone. Who knows?
I almost hit a deer. It was like in the road, so I like hit the brakes and hooked on it, and it fucking ran away.
Bruh. Okay, don't do that when driving, everybody. I'm just being real. Do not call and text and drive or whatever. Not text or yeah, don't do that.
Don't text and drive. Drink and drive.
No.
Don't drive.
Don't drive.
Drive 2011.
Oh man. But yeah, thank you all so much. We'll see you guys in the next video or stream.
Bye, guys.
Godspeed to all of you.